The Joy of Simplicity, a life-changing motivational story. In a small, peaceful village nestled between green hills, there lived a man named Taro, who was known for his contentment and simplicity. Unlike the other villagers who constantly sought bigger homes, fancier clothes, and the latest possessions, Taro had little but seemed to possess everything he needed. His house was modest, his clothes simple, and his meals were often just vegetables and rice from his garden. One day, a wealthy merchant from the nearby city came to the village. His clothes were embroidered with gold, and his horse was adorned in fine leather saddlebags. The merchant was impressed by Taro's reputation for happiness despite having so little. Curious, he sought out Taro and asked, "How can you be so content with such little? Surely you could have more, live in a grander house, and enjoy the luxuries I possess. Why do you choose to live in this simplicity?" Taro smiled and invited the merchant to sit with him beneath the shade of a large tree. He motioned to the world around them, the fields of wilder flowers swaying in the breeze, the songs of the birds, the warmth of the sun. "I live simply because I choose to find joy in what is already here," Taro said, his voice calm. "The more we accumulate, the more we become distracted. The joy of life is not in the things we possess, but in the beauty of the present moment and the richness of being alive." The merchant, still skeptical, asked, "But don't you ever wish for more? Aren't you tempted by wealth and power?" Taro laughed softly. "Of course, there are moments when desire enters in my mind, but I have learned that the more I chase after things, the more I lose sight of what truly matters. True wealth is not in gold or land, but in peace of mind and a heart full of gratitude." Over the course of the day, the merchant spent time with Taro, working in his garden, eating simple meals, and listening to the sounds of nature. Slowly, the merchant began to understand what Taro meant. The simplicity of life brought him a sense of peace he had never known in the hustle and bustle of his business. When it was time for the merchant to leave, he thanked Taro for showing him a new way of thinking. As he rode back to the city, he reflected on the joy of simplicity, realizing that happiness doesn't come from owning more, but from appreciating the present and living a life that is free of unnecessary clutter.